Alex and Christine, right now, 3 long blocks of Hollywood Boulevard shut down, also several blocks of Highland Avenue. That's how big the investigation for this officer-involved shooting is. That's because earlier today, multiple calls came in to LAPD about a man with a gun, so they're investigating all those locations as where the suspect may have been before he encountered police near that McDonald's. LAPD says Thursday before noon they received multiple calls of a man with a gun and apparently encountered the man near the McDonald's restaurant on Hollywood Boulevard.
There were multiple officers responding. I don't know how many of them discharged their firearm, though. So how we find that out is obviously we ask them, but we also do what are called magazine counts. So we look at casings on the ground and we count actually rounds in the officer's magazine.
A local resident shot this video of paramedics working on the man. An ambulance took the suspect to a hospital, but he was pronounced dead. Police say they found at the scene a replica, not a working handgun.
Those guns also, the replica guns, all our guns are taken for testing, whether they're evidence or whether they're even the officer's handguns. And so if there's a capability, what the capabilities of the replica would be will be determined by personnel.
William lives nearby and describes himself as a cop watcher.
I'm curious to see what that replica gun looks like, and I'm curious to see where he was shot and how many times. In this area, it's common for phone calls to come in of man with a gun, and oftentimes it's somebody just holding a stick or waving a T-shirt or whatnot.
He claims people exaggerate to get people to respond more quickly. In addition to the suspect, a woman was somehow injured, possibly a bullet graze wound. All the while, tourists found themselves redirected around the crime scene.
We're just getting on the bus and we heard about it and we're like, it's literally just down the street. That's crazy.
Not what we thought it was going to be, that's for sure. I thought it was going to be a little more put together. It definitely puts a damper on our plans.
Actually, I thought they were shooting a movie. I thought they was. But never been here. I thought they were shooting a movie.
All right, no identity on the dead man as yet. It's possible that he was one of the unhoused around Hollywood. And right now, the investigation scene seems much quieter than it has all day. But again, with the major thoroughfare shut down, Highland and Hollywood, a lot of Hollywood Boulevard, you can imagine how disastrous the traffic is around here. Reporting live in Hollywood, I'm Susan Hirasuna, Fox 11 News.